Who said summer's just about over? Temperatures in the triple digits here in the Arizona desert as we bring you this Battle of the Birds. The Arizona Cardinals hosting the Seattle Seahawks in Week 2 of the NFL on Fox. Hello again, everyone. I'm Kurt Menefee along with my hot partner, Tim Green. Well, you take a look at this Arizona Cardinal offense, not quite as diverse as Seattle's, but they're putting together a little inside-out combination, especially the way the rookie Anquan Boldin broke out last week.
#1 offense in the National Football League in Week 1, and Anquan Boldin really was at the center of it. I mean, how about starting your NFL career out with a record-breaking performance, and that was Boldin. And Kurt, as impressive as his hands were, as his route running was, his run after the catch was the thing that really jumped out at you. This guy is spectacular out on that football field. And if they get the passing game going, it's not over for the Seattle defense, because Emmitt Smith, I think he's still got his moves. I mean, last week he averaged 4.9 a carry. And when Emmitt gets into that second level, he's still got those moves that can make you miss.
Kurt, I can't lie to you. It is warm here on the field. The thermometer up over 100 degrees, and that's hot in September, even here in Arizona. I talked to the Cardinal players. They said they're used to it. They practice in it every day. The Seahawks, however, several of the players told me they had IVs prior to the game. They try to prehydrate so they avoid the cramping. They can't catch up. You got to keep prehydrating. There's a lot of water on the bench. There's ice. There's misters. But I tell you what, when you're in dark jerseys, as are the Seahawks, and you weigh 300 pounds, it's going to be hot. We'll continue to monitor it throughout the game, guys.
All right. Appreciate it, Kevin. I mean, you played in Atlanta. When you first started out, there was not a dome there.
Right. Well, I've played here when it's been 118 on the field, and I can tell you that nothing feels quite as good as 2 IV bags, one into each arm at halftime.
Can you do anything before the game to get yourself set?
Yeah, you hydrate, and both teams have done it all week. You start drinking several days before, and you build up your electrolytes. The Cardinals are without a couple defensive linemen. Their rotation is going to be down, and that may hurt them more than the Seahawks' dark jerseys.
Josh Scobie gets the return out to the 25-yard line, and Arizona will begin from there, led by Jeff Blake, the leading passer in the National Football League in Week 1, despite the fact that the Cardinals lost to the Detroit Lions. Blake in his 12th year in the National Football League. The Cardinals his 5th team, and with the numbers he put up last week, it was the best performance by a Cardinal quarterback since 2000.
Blake brings veteran experience. He's got tremendous confidence. What he has to do is eliminate mistakes when things go wrong and they get behind.
He's also got Emmitt Smith, who he play fakes on first down right over the middle, and that one caught by the first-round draft pick, who dropped it. Brian Johnson lost the football, and it's picked up by Marcus Trufant with blockers. And this is not the way the Arizona Cardinals wanted to begin. A turnover on the very first play from scrimmage, and the Seattle Seahawks will take it at the 6-yard line.
Kurt, this is what undid the Arizona Cardinals last week in Detroit. They were -3 in turnovers. In the yardage category, they were on top. Johnson wide open, nice pass. He's a rookie, first-round pick, and they go after it a little bit harder in the National Football League than they do in college.
Well, he was plagued with drop passes during the preseason, but he caught this one and then dropped it after being hit by Ken Hamlin, another rookie for the Seattle Seahawks. In their first-round pick, Marcus Trufant took it back to the 6-yard line. Well, Hasselbeck's numbers from Week 1, not exactly what he's used to in the past couple of seasons. Finished up last year taking this offense to more than 400 yards a game, but last week, despite the fact he only had 127 yards passing, did get the win, and that's all that matters.
Well, I don't think Hasselbeck was in the rhythm that he wants to be in this offense last week, but I also think part of it was they were sitting on a lead.
First carry for Shaun Alexander, stutter steps down to the 2-yard line. 3rd and goal. Mealy in motion. Hasselbeck. With time, brings it down wide open. He falls into the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown.
And Kurt, if turnovers was the first undoing of the Cardinals last week, the failure to get pressure on the quarterback was the second worst thing they did. And you see here, Hasselbeck has plenty of time. He's got a pocket, and then a huge lane opens up. And you know he is always willing to run.
Well, last week, the Arizona Cardinals had 3 turnovers. Detroit turned them into 3 touchdowns. Seattle does the same with the first turnover of this ball game as they take it and score on a 2-yard run by Matt Hasselbeck, and it's 7-0 Seahawks.
And a big factor in positive yardage, not turnovers.
Emmitt Smith's first carry, he stopped right there at the line of scrimmage. Nice tackle by Randall Godfrey, one of the new faces for the Seattle defense. Well, this Arizona Cardinal offensive line, one of the biggest in the league. They get back Leonard Davis, played only one series last week, sprained his ankle, is back today, also playing with a broken right hand. There you see Bryant Johnson, the #1 pick, making his first NFL start out of Penn State. And as we said, plagued by drop balls all during the preseason, will look to rectify that situation today. There's the new offensive coordinator, Jerry Sullivan. A lot of new faces on this Seahawk defense, 6 new ones, in fact, including Chike O'Keefer, who's the defensive end from San Francisco, had a forced fumble, interception, and a sack in the Week 1 win over New Orleans. There you saw Randall Godfrey already contributing, free agent coming over from the Tennessee Titans. And in the secondary on that first play, both the rookies, Ken Hamlin, who made the tackle, and Marcus Trufant, who scooped it up and ran it back, showing why they were drafted first and second.
Right here, Sam, right here.
Ray Rhodes, the new defensive coordinator for the Seattle Seahawks, liking the attitude that he sees in this team so far. Blake on third down, completes it out to Anquan Bolden right near that first down marker. Had to get to the 30-yard line. Ken Lucas made the tackle, and you can see he's right there on top.
Yeah, I think they've got the first down, Kurt, and this is an area where the Cardinals were outstanding last week on third down, and this is the guy that did most of the work on third down. You see the bracket there, the bracket covers. There's 2 guys, a man on the inside and the man on the outside of Anquan Bolden. If you can beat that bracket and pick up first downs, that specialness is going to continue for this guy.
6 of his 10 catches were on third down last week. So it's a first down at the 30-yard line. Emmett. Once again, nowhere to go. A pickup of about 1.5 yards. And this is the kind of start Emmett got off to in that game against Detroit. Slow, and then broke a couple for a rookie debut. Here on third down, they need the 40. They go to Bolden. He gets it. And so hard to tackle. Still fighting his way out to the 43-yard line. Willie Williams finally pulls him down. But once again, on third down, they go to the big guy. The big guy gets him a first. There you see Anquan Bolden stepping out of the game. Nathan Poole comes in to replace him. Seahawks showing blitz. Penalty markers down on the play. Our first flag of the game, Ron Blum, our referee.
Well, it's not the first flag of the season for the Cardinals. They were awful last week in illegal procedure penalties and delay of game penalties.
Before the ball was snapped, ball start, 85, offense, 5 yards, still second down.
Not to mention the 3 timeouts they burned up because they weren't ready to go.
Emmitt Smith bouncing it outside, and Smith picks up 8 yards on the run, weaving and bobbing his way. Ken Hamlin with the tackle.
There he is right there in motion.
Blake almost intercepted, and it was. Reggie Tongue winds up picking it off after it went through the hands of Ken Hamlin, and he's brought down by Bryant Johnson. Their penalty flags down on the play as well. Ken Hamlin had that go right through his hands, and Reggie Tongue, easy for me to say with my tongue, right? Johnny on the spot.
Well, I'll tell you, John Randall had some nice pressure on Jeff Blake. This ball was thrown grossly off the mark.
After the change of possession, illegal block in the back, number 51 of the return team, 10 yards, first and 10 Seattle, timeout.
And so the Seahawks will retain possession despite the penalty on Anthony Simmons. 2 possessions for the Cardinals, 2 turnovers. Seattle will get their second chance on offense.
Watch the pressure he gets right here on Jeff Blake. And that's where the breakdown on this play starts. Randall's in Blake's face. He pulls up a little bit. Watch how badly this ball is underthrown. Look at it. Right into Ken Hamlin's hands. He tips it up, and Tongue comes down with it.
Tom Ruin, the former Denver Bronco, on the punt for Seattle. Anquan Bolden looks at a high one. Takes it right at the 29-yard line and makes the fair catch.
And Arizona's had a turnover and not given up a touchdown.
Emmitt Smith stutter steps, spins his way out for a pickup of 5. Day barely fit for man or cactus. Way over 100 degrees here in Arizona as the Cardinals have a 3rd and short situation. Blake rolling. Escapes. And caught and dropped by Anquan Boldin and intercepted. That's Chad Brown with the pick.
And Boldin looks like he's hurt, Kurt.
There's the rookie who had the big game last week.
If you didn't think things could get worse for the Arizona Cardinals, think again. Incredible. Boldin beat the bracket there. He gets himself open.
And once again, Ken Hamlin laying the hammer.
They call him the hammer. Totally clean hit.
And it drops right in the hands of Chad Brown, who has the pick. And so it's been 3 possessions for the Arizona Cardinals. 2 of them have turned into Ken Hamlin leading interceptions for the Seattle Seahawks.
And Kurt, Dave McGinnis, the Cardinals are going to challenge this call as to whether or not it was a catch and a fumble.
There you see McGinnis talking to the referee, Ron Blum.
Can you imagine the 3rd turnover, if in fact it is a turnover, in less than 10 minutes?
Forget the time, in 3 possessions.
Yeah.
Every possession they've had in this ball game has led to a turnover. If that's what he wanted to challenge.
But you can challenge whether or not it's a catch. Actually, that looks like, because they're calling it an interception.
Right. It's right there, so it doesn't matter because whether he caught the ball or not.
All right, I thought it was a fumble.
Yeah, no.
I thought the ball hit the ground when I saw it.
Wow. Hamlin laid the hit. The ball rolled right down his back into the hands of Chad Brown. So 3 possessions, 3 turnovers, 2 of them interceptions. This time, right at the 50-yard line is where Seattle begins. Big win for the Rams. Seahawks trying to keep pace in the NFC West as Matt Hasselbeck runs for the first down.
I think Hasselbeck was Mike Vick.
Well, on a 3rd and 10, Matt Hasselbeck runs for a gain of 14, and he is slow to get up. Now, he was battling a hip pointer. That right hip got a little banged up last week. Missed practice on Monday, which was just a running drill. But right now, he is still yet to get up, and you can see Trent Dilfer, who was a starter here in Seattle last year before tearing his Achilles, warming up on the sidelines.
Seattle is one of the few teams in the National Football League that has a legitimate NFL starter at the quarterback position as a backup.
Holding. Number 84, offense. Unnecessary roughness.
Yeah, I think Adrian Wilson.
Late hit. Number 79, defense. Those penalties offset.
Well,
still 3rd down.
Kurt, I thought they were going to call Adrian Wilson for a late hit. Watch, he hits Hasselbeck. Hasselbeck's out of bounds when he hits him.
Another high kick. Johnson lets it go over his head, and that'll be down inside the 5. Alex Bannister.
Guys.
All right, good news is everybody should be back to full strength here soon. Emmitt Smith, nowhere to run. Really wrapped up right at the line of scrimmage.
Well, if you don't think down in a punt down here is a big thing, think again, because Bannister, who downed that punt deep in Arizona territory, look at this.
That's a reward, huh?
Yeah, they bring out the shading screen for him, which we're being told the equipment managers of the Seahawks went and bought some PVC pipe and a shade.
Yeah, but you get no shade if you're the guy that's holding it. That's a little unfair. Don't they have something for them? All about you players, always, right?
Well, it's not exactly shoveling off a spot to kick a field goal, but it's pretty good for the effort.
Anquan Boldin back in the game on 2nd down. That throw in the dirt. Right now he needs to get him to the 14-yard line for the first. Bryant Johnson goes up in a crowd and comes down with it. Marcus Trufant with the tackle, but a nice play about a 1st-round pick out of Penn State University for the first down for Arizona.
And did you see how accurate that pass was? Watch him rolling out. There he is. He's on the run. He opens up the space. And it is a nice catch by Bryant Johnson with his back.
Quick pass. Caught by Johnson. And Johnson is hit hard. Ken Lucas had him around the body, and Randall Godfrey laid a lick on him. Still, he made the catch, and it was about a yard, maybe a yard and a half short of the first down.
The nice thing about that catch, Kurt, watch it. It's actually thrown behind him. Watch how skillfully Johnson catches it. He fields it. He turns to run. And there he is. 2 hands on that ball now, baby. No more fumbles for Johnson.
Well, they've got 2 rookies in the starting lineup in Johnson and Bolden, and both of them having to come through today if Arizona is going to have any offensive success. On 3rd and short. Emmett follows Hodgins for the first down. Blake scrambling. Just throws that one out of bounds, incomplete.
Boy, I could hear Dave McGinnis from here yelling for him to throw it away.
Well, if you had Norman Hand chasing you, you'd be yelling to have your guys throw it away too.
Yeah. And
Big Norman, not an easy load for anybody. And you see Blake coming up limping.
You can hear McGinnis too. Getting rid of that ball.
And he needs to get him to the 39-yard line for the first. Anquan Bolden spread out wide down at the bottom of the screen.
Showing the blitz.
They don't come. McCown looking for Bolden, gets it, and the first.
Is still making catches, and he's still getting open on 3rd down.
The pitch to Emmett, it's bobbled and lost. Randall Godfrey picks it up, and there he goes. 54 yards for the touchdown. 4 possessions, 4 turnovers for the Arizona Cardinals, 2 of which have led to touchdowns. And pending the extra point, they're going to be down by 2 touchdowns.
It is just so bad. And I think that's why Emmett lost it. Either way, he lost it. It's another Cardinals turnover for a touchdown. It's just absolutely pitiful. Ray Rhodes bringing that aggressive defense. Watch Cochran get upfield. Watch D.D. Lewis get upfield. Upfield pressure. Putting the pressure on Emmitt Smith. He fumbles it. And it's Godfrey for the touchdown. That's aggressive scheme from Ray Rhodes. An aggressive play from the Seahawks.
Josh Scobie getting hit aggressively by Tracy White right on the 20-yard line.
Arizona offense is moving the football. They're just turning it over. There's another first down. They've been great on 3rd downs.
McCown, Gerard, Anquan Bolden drops it. And once again, they found a way to get him open and the yardage for the first down. He just didn't catch it.
He had some daylight too, didn't he?
This is the first possession for Arizona that doesn't end in a turnover. Scott Player punts it off to Bobby Ingram from the 9. Ingram with a nice return of 21 yards on the 50-yard punt by Player. Maurice Morris now in at running back. They pitch it to him. With a couple of blocks, get around the end, and Morris gets into Cardinal territory. So Maurice Morris on a hot day coming in to relieve Shaun Alexander.
You saw the pump fake and then going to the second receiver on that last play.
Shaun Alexander back in the game, and he picks up the first down for the Seahawks.
Corin Robinson, who's up here at the top, is going to get a pass thrown to him.
Hasselbeck looking, completes it. On to try this one from 38 yards away. And he puts it through.
Guys, it started out about 100 degrees, went to 101, and now it's pushing 105, maybe 106, and it's hot out there when you put a helmet on, right?
How are those long sleeves feeling right now, Kevin? Josh McCown not feeling good at all as he's brought down for the sack by Big Norman Hand. There's McCown from the shotgun, needing the 50 on 3rd down. They get it. Jason McCaffrey in the Seattle territory. Play fake. McCown gets away and then throws it away. There's a penalty marker down on the play as John Randall hit McCown deep in the backfield after the ball got out. Yeah,
of course, it's been a huge emphasis. Yep, but you know what I'm saying?
But he's had years to get used to it, though.
Yeah, I know.
It's not like this is the first year the rule's in.
But he's an old dog, man. Extremely tired, even if they're being rotated in.
McCown gets away again. Still on his feet. And throws it away, incomplete to Jason McCadley, but a nice job of scrambling by McCown, who looked like he might have been sacked about 3 times on that play. Under pressure again, lost the football and falls on it. Right on the 35-yard line. It's down, but that one won't even be close. Wide left for the left footer.
Against that vicious defense.
Here's Matt Hasselbeck underneath. Shaun Alexander cutting back, and Alexander picks up 7 yards on the play. Ray Thompson with the tackle.
Well, really, so far, Kurt, the best thing about the Seattle Seahawks offense has been the run game. They're averaging 4.6 a carry, and Shaun Alexander has been running mostly to the left side behind Steve Hutchinson and Walter Jones.
Well, why not? That's one of the best left sides or right sides, doesn't matter. Single sides of an offensive line in all the National Football League.
They really are. They can do both. They've got great pass protection, and they're very physical run blocking. They stay low. They move people out of the way.
Here on 3rd down, they need the 47. Daryl Jackson bobbled it and then caught it, and he is gone. 55 yards on the reception for Jackson, taking advantage of the second chance. And the Seahawks go up 24-0. Daryl Jackson loves playing against this Arizona team. 174 yards last year, 55 on the touchdown. 31 seconds left to go here in the first half. McCown up for McCadley, and that's out of bounds, incomplete. You take a look at the first half stats.
Right, Matt Hasselbeck's numbers haven't been outstanding. He hasn't been as efficient as you know. He'd like to be only 4 for 10, but 83 of these 87 yards came from it, and he's got the big touchdown pass. The more times you do it, the more times you see the formations, you just react.
Here on 3rd down, Jackson open again. He had a 55-yard touchdown on their last possession. This time he takes it for 66. Well, we mentioned he only played in one of the 2 games against Arizona last year and had 10 catches for 174 yards. Right now he's got 2 catches for 121 and 2 touchdowns.
And it just keeps getting uglier for the Arizona Cardinals. There were some miscues, not only on offense last week, but defensively. Dexter Jackson being a new safety seemed like they had some trouble with their calls. And when someone's this wide open, it looked again like there was trouble with the calls in the secondary by the Cardinals.
Well, it was Ronaldo Hill and Kobe Reinhardt being victimized by Daryl Jackson. It's 31-0, 3 plays into the 3rd quarter.
Not pretty for the defending Super Bowl champions. 3 field goals on that, again, that vicious defense.
Here's Josh Scobie. Through a hole. Maybe this will help the Cardinals have a good feeling as they get it into Seattle territory. Nice return there before Marcus Trufant made the tackle. 52 yards by Scobie.
But if you take a look at that touchdown, Kobe Reinhardt right here, he stays up on a press. I think that he believes he's got help over the top from Ronaldo Hill. Ronaldo Hill bites on the inside route, and there's no one there.
Daryl Jackson is going to ask if he can play every game against the Cardinals if he keeps this up. 3rd and 2 for the Cardinals. Bolden in motion. McCown going the other way. Jason McCadley has it knocked away. Ken Lucas with a nice play in the secondary. McCadley can't catch
it. To keep its enthusiasm and its momentum when the offense keeps turning it over, and the offense comes up with no points at all.
Here's Tom Ruin with the punt taken by Anquan Bolden, and Bolden wrapped up, brought down right at the 32-yard line by Alex Bannister. Emmitt Smith through a hole. Good enough for a gain of 15 yards and a first down for the Cardinals. Ship coming off a big season with the Cardinals. Off the play fake. Underneath Bolden. And Anquan Bolden with another third down play gets another Arizona first. So first down from the 15-yard line. McCown from the shotgun. Over the middle. Intercepted. Reggie Tong, his second pick of the ball game. He's brought down right at the 12-yard line, but second interception of the day for Tong. Third interception by the Seattle defense.
He's sitting back there in the center in a zone. The pass has got a little bit of air under it. He just steps right in front of Freddie Jones. As I just said, it's a lot easier to play pass defense when you're down there in the red zone.
That close to being blocked. He gets it off. Johnson calls for the fair catch, makes it right at the 37-yard line. McCown working out of the shotgun. Completes that with Anquan Bolden. Bolden fighting. Finally brought down by Chad Brown and a host of others.
Or to say, you can't run through and through.
Oh, that bad snap. McCown goes down for the sack. Anthony Simmons and Cheeky O'Keefer in there for it. Kind of indicative of the kind of day that Arizona's had. So here's Scott Player on the punt. Bobby Ingram giving chase. Takes it on the bounce. Penalty marker down on the play, and Ingram is too. Cardinals coming on the blitz. Max Strong gets the first down for Seattle. Rolling. Completes that one out to Bobby Ingram. And Ingram with the first down. Forced out of bounds. And Adrian Wilson gave him a little shove there at the end. He's going to get flagged for it. How young all the other guys are. Hasselbeck under pressure. Gets rid of it. And it's caught. Daryl Jackson. Nice pickup on the play as the heat was coming hard from Ray Thompson.
Now you talk about offensive rhythm. This has got to be something that Hasselbeck and Seattle fans have got to be excited about. Here comes the pressure. Hasselbeck knows he only has a split second to get rid of that football. He hangs in there and delivers the perfect pass.
Roughness, roughing the passer. 55 defense. Put the quarterback's head into the ground. 15 yards from the end of the run to first down.
So not only was he feeling the heat from Thompson, Thompson got in there with a little extra afterwards.
Thompson.
That's going to be huge. Oh, that's close.
You know what? I mean, really, he's getting blocked up over a guy. He's in the air. He grabs around. I mean, that's, you know what it is? It's in the legal world, it's called strict liability. Fence jelly.
Give it to Alexander. He bounces away. Gets a block from Hasselbeck and gets into the end zone for the touchdown. Calvin Pace had him for a second but couldn't hold on. And Shaun Alexander does what Shaun Alexander does. Score touchdowns.
Well, Hasselbeck gets a nice block. Well, I don't know if it's a nice block. It's a block, right? Any block by a quarterback is a nice block,
He runs
right?
interference. Here's Josh Brown.
What was nice was the way Shaun Alexander had two tacklers on him and just busted loose from both of them.
And it's 38-0 thanks to Shaun Alexander with another touchdown.
I mean, it's almost superhuman the way Shaun Alexander busts right through. Look at the tackles. Two guys on him, busts through both of them, spins out, and then over the top of Reinhardt and Thompson to get the 6.
So they don't get shut out. But of course they hand it off to Marcel Shipp, and Shipp tries to stiff arm Anthony Simmons, not biting. Brings him down for a loss of 3 yards on the play.
Well, if Simmons was hurt earlier, he doesn't look hurt now, right? When you're a defensive player and you're playing in a route like this, it really is a fun thing, you know, because you just want to get out there and throw people around and slam them around. And now you can play as a defender without any concern at all. You don't have to worry about getting beat for the big play or missing a tackle. You just go out there and let it fly. He thought he was untouchable, and it turned out that Dilfer worked his way into the starting lineup and it was obviously a humbling experience for Hasselbeck, but he handled it extremely well. I mean, the guy made a transformation. He got the humility. He focused in. He got the work ethic going. He believed in Mike Holmgren and the things he was telling him to do, and he has certainly evolved. And right now, Hasselbeck, for the first time, really doesn't have to look over his shoulder.
Now spending his time on the sideline and watches Maurice Morris with the carry. Calvin Pace will tackle him, but Morris gets down to the 39-yard line on a 16-yard run for the second-year running back.
I know exactly what Dave McGinnis is going to say to his team. He's going to say, look, guys, 4 turnovers, can't have it. I mean, we came out, 5 turnovers. We came out, our defense played tough, right? But we've got to regroup. And if we eliminate turnovers, we've got some weapons on offense, which they do. I mean, Anquan Boldin, no doubt, that guy is a viable threat. Johnson got a little bit better. I know he's a rookie, but he had some catches today. And if they can get something going and not kill themselves.
Well, here's another injury. Certainly does not help their cause. Fred Wakefield, starting defensive end. Remember, they lost Kyle Vandenbosch, the other defensive end, for the year during the preseason.
Cardinals fans, you can stop.
Here's Wakefield, left defensive end. Loses his helmet.
And looks like he took an elbow to the head by his teammate LeVar Fisher. Can't see from that angle, but the initial one we had, you saw an elbow hit him right in the head after his helmet came off. Morris again. And he won't get it. Dennis Johnson with the tackle.
But they had the same self-destructive tendencies last week as they did this week.
Ruin punted high. And it'll be down right there. Once it's touched, that's it. Josh McCown from his end zone steps up, and he completes it to Steve Bush, the tight end, in the final 2 minutes. That's complete out to Jason McCadley, who gets out of bounds. When they get to the 45-yard line, you got to assume it's probably 4 down. It won't matter. McCown gets there, and he takes a hard hit. Damian Robinson falls on him right at the 49-yard line, but the Cardinals get the first down. Last year, so in 2 games so far, with a minute left, they've given up 10 total points.
And New Orleans scored, what, 31 points today?
McCadley.
You've got Deuce McAllister, you've got Aaron Brooks, you've got Joe Horn.
That's called incomplete, and Jason McCadley is still down.
Hey, what I thought was interesting about last week's game against the Saints was the way they let Trufant, the rookie, play against Joe Horn, the Pro Bowl player. Hamlin, whose nickname of the Hammer is certainly appropriate.
And Damian Robinson with a big hit right there on Brian Johnson. You got to be unique.
I don't think there's many Kurt Menefee.
That's right. You got to pick up Menefee. And that one's picked off.
Hamlin.
Ken Hamlin. And Hamlin has had a couple of big hits today that led to interceptions. Now gets the first of his NFL career. 6th turnover of the day by the Seahawk defense. Of course, Jamal Lewis, the running back for the Baltimore Ravens, setting an NFL rushing record for a single game. And they'll have an update on that Tampa Bay Carolina game, which is going on down in the Deep South. Right here in the Arizona desert. Seattle wins it 38-0. Back to wrap it up right after this.